Welcome one, welcome all. I am Jay Atkins here for GameSports. It is, of course, more coverage of the European Championships. It will be France in 2 games featured this evening. First of all, taking on the Ukrainian squad, and then right after that, we'll have Switzerland coming up at 8 o'clock. So without further ado, I believe we're not too far from game live here. I think we've got the knife round coming up in just a matter of moments. So let me just tab in real quick. So this looks like it's just gone on a restart now. So I'm hoping this is going to be knives. Let's have a look if console. I don't think console tells you anymore. There's the ready up, so yeah, I assume this is going to be knife round right now. It certainly is with everyone rushing along like this. After the knife round, I'll give you the roster rundown as well. So here we go. Determine side choice on Dust 2, of course. 2 kills coming in from the Ukrainians, so 2-man advantage right now. France not going to be too bored about losing side choice here, and it's not the full strength Ukrainian squad as well. Well, the French squad isn't far from being the best squad that they can actually field here, so I think France have to be considered favourites given the rosters. And Markloff going on the flank here. So 5-on-3. Obviously the the French looking for an engagement here that's going to work out in their favour. That's why they're dropping into CT spawn. One of the longer knife runs that I've seen in recent memory. There's a kill from Transic. 5-on-2 now. Shock's going to pick up 1. As you can see, Sozix and company bump into each other at the mid-double doors. I'm going to have to download Yakety Sax or something like... There we go. Shock's eventually taken down. So the Ukrainians do get side choice here. You would think that they'll elect to play CT side first. Looks like they are going to be staying. So, without further ado, let's give you the quick roster rundown, shall we? Starting off, of course, with the Ukrainians here. We're going to have Markelov, Angel, Edward, Transic, and Sozik. Edward not in the squad, so it's going to be who's in instead of Edward. It's Prizrak, in fact. I know what I need to do as well. I didn't set that up correctly, my bad. I need to put that on rewind. There we go. So the French squad is going to be Existence, MBK, Shocks, Scream, and Smiths. In fact, have I just left the Very Games roster in there? I did. I didn't change it. Good job, Jay. That's what you get when you rush, I suppose. Oh well, my bad. So, here we go. We're going to be not too far from actually getting the shindig underway. I believe this is actually not live yet, yeah, because MBK's got 1K on him. So we'll get the restart into the pistol round in a second here, you would think. Counter-terrorists win. This French squad absolutely stacked with talent. Anytime you see Kenny S and Smiths on the same team, you can expect some AWP, so the AWP going to be a big part of this game here. Wouldn't be surprised to see 2 AWPs, perhaps. I mean, that's something that Very Games have done in the past on Dust 2, so don't be surprised to see the French national squad do exactly the same. Of course, the VOD from last night's Very Games We Got Game is now up. That's on the YouTube channel of GameSports Network. As well as the European Championship game, Spain versus the Czech Republic, which happened in the before that game in the evening. So, still waiting for the restart here. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. Let me just see if they've actually said anything. Let's see if they know if this is going live. I can't imagine... This obviously isn't live right now, because I've seen people trying to knife each other and such. Although, I mean, looking at it, it looks like it could be, actually, the way they're playing. That was a weird start to the pistols then, if that was pistol round. Well, let's just assume that it is live. Let's start casting as if it is. Of course, France picking up the pistol round here, so they will get the eco bash, more than likely. Although it's a 3-on-3 right now. Transic, Markelov, and Tresh against Kenny, Smiths, and MBK. Smith's going to bring it back to a 3-on-2 though. This does look live now, actually, so it was a really weird pistol start where I saw 2 people trying to knife each other outside of B, so I assumed it wasn't live. And MBK having a stack of money kind of convinced me it wasn't, but I guess, yeah, it must have been from his kills, actually. So, Markelov down to 23 HP, last man standing for the Ukrainians here. Of course, those familiar with 1.6, you will be familiar with Markelov. I don't think anybody would say Markelov is one of the greatest players ever, but put him in a squad of 4 who are, you know, equal to, and he's a team player for sure. No teammates around, though, and he is going to be dropped. So 3-0 the scoreline. I assume chat is probably laughing at the fact that I didn't know it was live. Do apologise about that, guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tab out a second and just make sure that XSplit isn't actually covering the chat window so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay, so first gun run coming up here. This is one of those pivotal rounds which could actually prove to be super important. Sozik going to be facing. We do already have an AWP on Kenny S and on Shocks. So Smith's not even AWPing here. I mean, something that Very Games do as well. Smith doesn't always AWP for Very Games. Sometimes it is Shocksy, so no real surprises. French scene kind of like the UK scene in that regards, where you've got, you know, very versatile players who can almost fulfill any role. Now here we go. Speaking of versatile players, Smith opens up with the M4. He's going to drop Prizrak. Treshik going to take down Shocks in reply, though. Oh, Merkelov with the pick. That could be open for business now. MBK and Shocks already dropped from Very Games, so it's a 4-on-3 in favour of the Ukrainians. Kenny has moved to that position, though, so this is something that I expect from the French squad. That all of them are played together, so at one time or another at least. Anyway, Treshnik moving in. Double kills with the AK-47. Apex and Smiths both being dropped. Kenny now going to fall back into sight. Does take down Markov, so that's an AWP-on-AWP kill. In fact, I don't think Markov was on the AWP. Actually, yeah, it was Sozik who's on the AWP, sorry. So, Transic, he's just chilling on short here. He knows that Kenny's not going to be pushing. Of course, Kenny yesterday was absolutely on fire. He was by far the man of the match in the game against Very Games yesterday. So, Kenny will save his AWP. Also got a flashbang and Kevlar on a helmet as well, so it's a good save from Kenny, considering. First round on the ball for the Ukrainians, though, so they can start to build from this now. Intrigued to see which way they actually, which way this game actually unfolds, because France should have a distinct advantage here. I mean, when you look at the caliber of players that are actually in the server, no denying that Kenny and Smith's definitely up there. I mean, Scream would be nice to have in for them. Maybe you would take out potentially Apex or Scream. Apex isn't a bad player though. I mean, Apex has formerly played for Very Games in the past, so you know his level of play is definitely up there. And here we go, AK-47 from Shaw. Although I'm sure there'll probably be rules about, you know, fielding 4 from the same team. Probably the maximum amount of players you can take from any one team is 3. That's the way that the old Euro Cup used to work. So, Sozik and company going to pull back after taking the first pick onto Apex. It does look like it is going to be a push towards A here. Shock's going to open up with the M4A1. Finds the head of Transic. Prizrak replying with the AK-47. Shock's for his second frag onto Prizrak. And the third one as well. Takes down Markelov. Treshik now, well, I was going to say he's in a fairly vulnerable position, but Sozik does cover him. Kenny has to be dropped. Sozik on site. He's taking a lot of fire here. None of it really landing those Shocks. Looking for his, he's going to have to skewer the ace here. Well, the bomb is down at the moment, so if Shocks can keep this bomb covered. Well, with Treshik going for the backstab here, it's probably not going to happen for him. There's the kill with the AK-47. That's the second round on the ball for the Ukraine, but France pushed them deep though. That was a gun round for France though, so they would have been looking to win that, not just cash damage. Oh yeah, good point, chat. Yeah, sorry about that, Animal Chin. You are right on that. Yeah, Scream is actually from Belgium. I think Existence is as well. Belgium's one of those weird regions where it's like, because it's obviously, you know, borderline, it's Benelux basically. You kind of forget that Belgium's a country. Not to rip on the Belgians, but yeah. Somewhat like Luxembourg, you're almost a non-entity. Anyway, MBK with the headshot. Treshik with a kill just before that to Smiths though, so 4-on-4 here. Markov making his way through long P250 headshot to Shocks. Shocks also with a P250 kill just before that to Prizrak. So still a 3-on-3 here. Kenny did manage to capture himself an AK-47, but that's removed by Soziks. Soziks from behind gets his second kill. That's the headshot to MBK. Markov with the AWP to finish off Apex. And that is now tied game. So after a solid pistol start, France do start to fall behind them. Surely not to call them Very Games here. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 7-0-3. MBK going to be leading the way for France. But first place is Treshik. 9-1-4. Third place goes to Smiths. 5-2-4. speaking of Treshik, as you can see, he's up a B here, just waiting for that smoke to dissipate. Shock's going to dig in on long, so let's take a peek at the overview. It seems like a fairly standard start here from the Ukrainians. They've got 2 watching mid, 1 top right mid, in fact, so you can technically say 3 watching mid, with Treshik watching lower B to short for Apex's peak. Well, they are vulnerable to a push-up from upper B here, but I don't think you're going to see... Yeah, Kenny's not going to push. Kenny not necessarily known for his B aggression. He's fairly conservative, to be quite honest. I mean, normally conservative is a nice way of saying boring. That's not Kenny's gameplay at all. I mean, Kenny is an absolute beast, but on that CT side, he usually is quite passive. I'll tell you who isn't passive, MBK. Apex also grabbing the frag onto Treshik. Oh, an absolute massacre on long. France open up with those M4A4s. Smiths with the double, and that secures the round. So 4-3 now. That's the first gun round that the French have actually won here. MVK aimbot right there. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to watch MVK and not be like, "Are you sure this guy isn't hacking?" He's just that good. That's MVK is an absolute beast. There's a reason he's been at the top of the French scene for as long as he has. And that's because he's arguably the most consistent French player out there. So Sozik looking to get himself one shot. There's no gun round here, of course, because we did have the victories in a row. Markloff with the pick onto Kenny as well. Prizrak going to open up onto long. Smith's managed to find 1 frag onto Sozik in the meantime, so it's a 4-3 here, but no positional gain as of yet for the Ukrainians. Apex coming out with a peak. Double headshots with a FAMAS. Nice play. Markloff and Prizrak both caught unawares by that peak from short. So we are going to see France spread here. Treshik, the last man standing. He's cut down by MBK. I think that was 2 kills that round for MBK. Indeed it was. And that now makes it a 5-3 scoreline. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. First place is going to be MBK, 10-0-3. Second place, that honour goes to Smiths, 9-2-4. And third place is Treshik, 9-1-6. Well, 9th round of the first half underway. Of course, we do have another game featuring France to come today. It will be versus Switzerland, but it's going to be nowhere near as close as this one is, I don't think. Well, I say I don't think. I know. Not taking anything away from the Swiss, but yeah, they're going to struggle in that game. Now, here we go. Shock's waiting for the headshots. Finds 2 of them. Kenny from behind. Kenny from short, in fact. It was either short or mid double doors where he picked up that alt kill from. If it was from mid double doors, it was impressive because I was saying that could have been a bang actually. The angle's just not there, so it must have been from short. So 6-3 the scoreline, and France now back in the lead here. 3 rounds in a row. They've got themselves back on track, and the Ukrainians need to do something and do something special here because they cannot afford to let the French build any kind of economic control. Do not want to trade rounds with France. Need to get them on that eco as soon as possible. If there's any way of actually clocking up rounds against this French team, it's to win 2 in a row and then you know, keep them cash screwed. Oh, HE's going to do damage to Prizrak. Prizrak does secure the kill into Shocks, though. He did well to hold his ground. That means it is now a 2-man advantage for the Ukrainians. As we can see, it looks like they're thinking about going potentially B here. Markloff's going to be the deciding factor. It looks like he might be thinking about a mid-split. Let's see where he is. Looking that way, yep. He's going to get the smoke over the top. If there's anybody you don't want to attack on this French squad, it's probably Kenny if his play from yesterday's aim to go by. Now, Pete comes out from Smiths, but he showed his hand a little bit too early, though. Transic and Prizrak picking up AK-47 headshots in the meantime. And that now means that they're going to go A here. They're going to realise that Kenny was obviously the B defender of choice. Sozik playing it smart as well. Still, Kenny did manage to bolt a shot off. That just shows his reactions, but yeah, it was basically looking for a no-scope to get the kill. So the Ukrainians do stop the momentum. 3 rounds in a row, and now the Ukrainians back in the driver's seat. Another gun versus gun round. This is what I was hoping to see, actually. I was hoping for a very scrappy game where momentum wasn't really established by either side, and we do see rounds traded left, right, and centre, which is what we have seen so far. Now, pick coming in from Smiths. That's going to be Sozik dropped. Markloff probably not happy about not actually getting his pick, whilst he was actually... Oh! Jumps just as Markloff moves as well. Well, yeah, Markov was probably thinking I could have this kill on Smiths, and it's very uncharacteristic for Markov to miss a shot that as easy as that. Smiths had time to line up twice on it. So, Prizrak and company slowing it down after losing the initial kill. We've seen an aggressive push on long from Shock. Shock's going to have a peek, and he does manage to skew the kill onto Transic as well. He will now pull back onto long, you would think. So, Very Games looking to take momentum back here. That will reset the cash to a 1300 respawn for the Ukrainians as well. Oh, Apex cutting down Treshik on A high. And that exposes the short push now, so I was going to say that Markov, once Treshik was cut down, they always knew it was going to be towards short. Final kill coming in onto Prizrak. Prizrak securing one before that, but mere consolation at this point. Well, 7-4 the scoreline, and France now looking to secure a decent CT half here. Here we go. Flashbang's going over the top. Apex going to be, well, it's thinking about rushing out, but lower B lights up. 2 headshots from Apex with 2 bullets. I think Sozik was a little bit unfortunate to catch a bullet there, but I don't think Apex is too fussy. He's going to take the kills any way they come. Kenny with the AWP onto Treshik in the meantime, which leaves Prizrak as your LMS here from the Ukrainians. 3-on-1. AK-47, body armor, flashbang, and a HE to play with, so in fact, it's going to be smoke, sorry. Smoke and a HE. Prizrak will be cut down. Probably should have had that kill on Apex, though, to be honest. That was definitely looking a gift horse in the mouth. So, 8-4. 2 runs in a row now for France. That will put the Ukrainians on an eco. At least you would think it would. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, P250. So, we are on eco here. Looks like we are going to see aggressive play over towards long, potentially. Kenny catching Sozik in spawn as well. So it's not going to be aggression over towards long. It looks like they're going to be trying to boost up, but Smiths will have heard that. And here we go. Smith's not standing for it. He's like, yeah, you know what? Not on my watch, buddy. Oh, Glock play coming in from Markov, though. So Apex going to move himself over. Bad flash, though. That captured M4A4, shut down by Shocks. That's the difference between the body armor. And there's the pistol kill. Kenny not impressed about that. You can see the way he turned around. Then he was like, "What? Why didn't you let me knife him?" So 9-4 the scoreline, and this is looking like a 10-5 half. Raz, it's going to be 2 games, so after this one, there will be the Switzerland game as well. As far as I'm aware, there's no further Counter-Strike to be streamed tonight, so if you can find me another game, I will gladly cover another game, but I think it's just the 2 European Championship games this evening, that's it. And here we go, flashbangs coming in from A-High onto short, and that is going to cause Transic a world of problems. He's going to get killed into MBK, eventually shut down by Smiths, though. Oh, Sozik. Prizrak moving in through long, AK-47 kill onto Apex. Kenny with the AWP onto Sozik in the meantime, and he's going to bump. Oh! No scope onto Prizrak. Markov coming up from A-High, finds 2 with the spray from the AK-47. P255 going into Markov's position, 10 HP. 100 on Kenny here, so 90 the difference. Markov is going to commit to a plant. Kenny's going to jump for the no-scope here, probably. No, in fact, he switched out to the AK, so this has got to be a kill for Kenny. Indeed, it will be. And the defusal to follow. So 10-4 the scoreline. The Ukrainians need to get this 10-5 here for the psychological difference heading into the second half. Really good play from Markov, though. Kind of unfortunate he didn't get that kill onto Kenny, really. I think he deserved it with the way he controlled his AK spray from A-High. Alas, though, it was not to be. So, last round of the first half here between the Ukraine and France. Obviously, France fairly dominant. That's reflected by the scoreboard here. First place going to be Smiths, 13-3-8. Second place, Kenny S, 12-1-5. Absolute monster that he is. And third place will be Apex. Now, Smiths and Shocks do pick up kills. Transic and Prizrak being taken down. Prizrak with the opening frag, though. Shocks here on long. M4A4 delivered with devastating accuracy onto Treshik. One in the head, two in the chest, and a frag secured. So Smith's moving forward. He will be cut down by Markelov. But Markelov's position well known now, and as you can see, Shocks has brought the backstab from long. Does tag him as he gets into lower B tones, I should say. 27 HP on Markelov. No point in saving, it's the last round of the first half. So you are going to see Markelov and Sozik commit to this, even though Markelov is real low. Sozik pushing through. He'll have been spotted by Shocks. Shocks coming back to engage. 2-on-1 on that mid. Kenny with the AWP kill as well. Markelov now your last man standing. He will be spotted by Shocks on low as he just turns away at the most inopportune time. Markelov's been unlucky with that so far this game. And there's the chance for the AWP onto Smiths where he just moved and then Smiths appeared. And obviously that little frag on lower B. So 11-4 the half-time score. We'll be getting the restart in as soon as the admins realise. Pekka's just probably alt-tabbed at the moment. So your top scorer from the first half, Smiths, 14-3-9. I think you'd have to say the most impressive performance in that first half was Kenny, though, 13-1-5. Not far from being at a 3-1 KDR. It's what we saw against Very Games yesterday as well. Kenny is absolutely on fire at the moment. Don't be surprised to see We Got Game become, you know, potentially the new number 1 or number 2 team in the CSGO scene eventually. Rubocop, that's a cool name, saying there's a big difference between these teams. I wouldn't say it's a huge difference, but... So, pistol round underway. This is going to be a good round for Ukraine by the looks of it. It's a 2-on-1 here. Bomb ticking though. Oh, MBK with the headshot to Transic. Treshik going to secure the frag though, and that will be a defusal for the Ukraine. And a much needed pistol round that will be as well. I mean, that's going to give them 5 runs on the board. You think the next one's well, the next one will be an eco. That will give them 6. And then we should see an early buy from France because of the plant. So it's not as good as it could have been if they would have had a clean sheet on the plant though. They could have potentially got 3 ecos, 2 ecos and the pistol obviously. But as it stands right now, they're probably going to get the pistol and an eco, and then face a reinvigorated France with AK-47s. Although. France going for the oddball move here of buying a Galil and an AK early. It's going to pay off. Apex with the kill into Markelov. That's the thing about the French. They play such an unorthodox game. It's like, well, we know they'll have submachine guns, so... And the plant enables us to potentially buy 2 assault rifles with the kills. Why not? Sozik moving down into lower B. Secures that frag onto Smiths. M4 and a Galil still up here. Sozik and Transic, the last 2 standing. It's really paid off for France. It's a 3-on-2 now with the bomb ticking, so... Nice Mag 7 kill. It's going to bag Transic a little bit more money, but I don't think he's going to be able to get anywhere near the defusal here. Sozik's only got 4 HP as well. Looks like he's going to chill out with his M4A4. Kenny securing that frag onto Transic in the meantime. This bomb will explode, so France taking an eco. Well, you can't really call it an eco because they bought a Galil and an AK, but... Off the back of what should have been an eco, do secure the round. And in fact, they even removed Sozik's weapon at the end. So, no M4A4 salvaged either. And that is now 12-5. You can see, cash obviously an issue here for Markelov and company. Because Markelov is on the scout buy. He obviously won't be facing an AWP, but he will be facing an AK here. Tag MBK just a little bit, but not enough that you would say that scout investment's paid off just yet. B push coming in. Sozik with the headshot to Shocks. Kenny S with the Galil frag onto Sozik though. Transit from window with that unsuppressed USP. Can't really connect. Flashbang's gone over the top now, and this is fairly standard from France. Not doing anything spectacular. They're just playing good, solid Counter-Strike. So the bomb goes down. B now completely under French control. HE not doing the damage that, yeah, I was going to say Apex needs to adjust his flashbang though. There we go. So, Prizrak and company, they seem to be thinking about potentially exit kills here. Indeed, that's what they are thinking about. Smith's having none of it, though. Treshik going to be dropped by the AK-47, and that means that, well, Markelov going to save his scout here. Does manage to get a frag onto Smiths as well. So, kind of an awkward start to the second half here for the Ukrainians. 13-5 now the scoreline. Top scorer is still going to be MBK, 17-0-6. Ripping it up at the moment. Kenny S, 16-1-6, so he's not far behind. Second place, and third place will be Smiths, 15-6-12. So, really this game so far has been about MBK and Kenny S. The two who've really been doing the damage. Although Apex has had his moments as well. Has his shocks for that matter. There's only really Smiths who hasn't shone so far. Apex going to be dropped as well as shocks, so Transit going sick over towards B here. That's exactly what they needed from him. And yes, it isn't far from being the best team. If the rules do prohibit them from taking more than 3 members from various games, this probably is the best team that they can field. National pride. Tressick going to be facing over towards B with a FAMAS. Opens up, does take Smiths down. So 3-on-1 here. MBK making his way through mid, as you can see. Finds one frag, makes it a 2-on-1 now. Bombers down in upper B, so MBK realising he's got to deal with Markeloff, but Markeloff from spawn picks him off with a scout. That scout does pay off eventually. 13-6, so cash reset here for... it doesn't help that they got the VG logos all over that left-hand side of the overlays, but yeah, for France. So they will be... just I'm going to say they will be equal. 1 AK just pops up on Apex. It looks like they're going to probably let Apex sit behind the pistol rush here. I don't think the Ukrainians will know that Apex has that AK either. Oh, M4 headshot from Transit. The key kill onto MBK. Smith's going to pull back in. Apex has put that AK to good use, so he just secured himself a frag. Brings it back to a 4-on-4 here. Markloff looking to A high. That scout needs fixing, seriously. The fact that it is just as accurate when you're jumping as it is when you're grounded makes it just a stupid weapon to use. It's like playing with a railgun in Quake 3. Anyway, Tressick with the headshot, and another headshot to boot as well, so... Ukrainians do secure a round against what was, for all intents and purposes, an eco. 1 AK does not make a buy. 13-7 now the scoreline. 6 rounds the differential. 21st round of the game to come. Of course, we have one more game to come this evening after this one. It will be France versus the Swiss. She onto long. Nobody on the receiving end of that, though. Let's have a look at your overview and see what we got going on from the French here. Looks like we do have MBK chilling out in upper B, as well as Smiths now. He's going to be joining. The rest appear to be going mid, though, so it does look like we've got to set up for a B split here, especially with the flashbangs going off. Although, Apex and company switching it up now. It looks like there could be a fake over towards B. You know they're doing something right when the commentator of X-Ray can't even keep up with what they're doing. Authority thinks that Sozik throwing a flashbangs out is more important than the free kills that just happened. Turns out it could have been, though, with that frag onto MBK. Kenny S now LMS here for the French squad. 4-on-1. Will find 1 kill. Markloff's low as well, so... not impossible to Kenny to clutch with 40 HP. 40 seconds remaining. Let's have a look if anybody's going for the backstab. Yep, Tressick coming up behind him. He's going to have to realise this. He does. Good game sense from Kenny. Doesn't stop the frag, though. And that is now 13-8, so... France on the back foot at this point. Oh, didn't mean to do that, sorry. As you can see from the scoreboard, the KDRs have started dropping a little bit. Kenny S 18-1-9, so he's at 2-1. MBK, exactly the same, 18-0-9. Third place goes to Smith, 17-6-15, but Markloff is now 16-2-15, so he's starting to adjust to being on that CT side quite nicely. As is Prizrak. Prizrak with 2, make that 3. Tressick with the AK headshot, double as well. Smiths and Shock shut down along, and France put to pay on that eco. So 23rd round will be a gun round, and Kenny does have that AWP as well. So does Markloff, though. Interesting to see if Kenny can out-AWP Markloff here. Oh, I can definitely out-AWP Sozik, who catches trying to cross the B. So, AK spray onto mid. Smith with that kill for the bang as well. Transit dropped. Not looking good for the Ukrainians here in this round. Two-man disadvantage and positional gains being made here by the French. They control most of B tunnels right now. Kenny going to exit out into sight as well. Smith with the headshot to Treshik. That is B completely under French control. In fact, Shox is having none of this. Shox is going frag hunting already. Does get that kill onto Markelov. That's the AWP removed. Only leaves Prizrak to find, who will probably be picked by Kenny here. Indeed he will. Kenny just on fire at this point. It's such a pleasure to watch Kenny play. I don't think there's anybody at the moment who's playing just as well as Kenny at this point. I mean, Scream when Scream's on. Scream's probably the most entertaining player to watch in the world for my money, just because the percentage headshots ratio that he brings. 9 out of 10 kills being headshots, you can't really complain about that. But, yeah, I think Kenny's probably more consistent at this point. I hope he maintains his game at this level, because, like I say, the We Got game yesterday against Very Games, if you haven't seen it yet, get over to GameSports Network on YouTube, check out the VOD. So, kills being exchanged. Sozik and Smith's Apex from long with that AK-47. Means we do have a one-man advantage of the French squad, who are going to turn this into a B push, but from behind, Transic on the backstab. Drops Kenny. That is a pivotal kill. Anytime you can take Kenny S down, you're setting yourself up for a good run. Now Transic with his second kill as well. Apex going to cut down Markelov now. Here we go. Prizrak from sight. M4A4 in hand. Does get the better of Smiths. So we go for the defusal as well. Apex getting that flash over the wall. He might not get on sight in time here. Secures the AK-47 kill. Does pull him off the bomb. Gets back out the window as well. Prizrak freaking out. He's back on this bomb though. And he will be cut down. Apex played that beautifully. He realized that Prizrak had not come off the bomb. He was like, oh, okay, I'll just come kill you then. And that, my friends, is how you deal with a 2-on-1 after plant situation when you have to retake from outside the site. After plant for a T situation, of course. So, initial scout fire coming out from Markelov by the sounds of it. Game point for the French, of course. Markelov already been dropped off A high. And as you can see, he's looking for his jumping railgun shot, which he pulls off. That needs fixing so much. I can't imagine Shox and MBK particularly happy about that scout at this point. So, Sozik pushing through onto lower B. Apex will secure the headshot with the AK-47. Prizrak with the M4A4 going to drop Smiths, but the bomb is going down in the hands of Kenny. Here we go. CT retake coming in. Kenny a little bit vulnerable here. He's going to be sandwiched. He is taken down by Treshik. Did secure a frag before that, but does mean that we will see the defusal now from the Ukrainians. So we'll go 15-10. Still a chance of a draw here from the Ukrainians. Obviously, national pride at stake and points in groups as well. I mean, both of these teams will go through groups, you would think. That's a point, actually. I didn't pull up the actual groups. We'll do that in between the next game when just before the Swiss game starts. But you would think out of Group D it will be France and the Ukraine who go through. But yeah, there's a debate right now going on in chat about the scout. It's not even that it's accurate when it's jumping that's the problem. It's the fact that it exposes new spots that you can't really use. I mean, have you ever seen anybody take that box on A high like that and be like, yeah, I'm just going to do this with M4A4 and jump up and down and shoot you in the face? You can't do it with any other weapon. Therefore, weapon broken. Weapons that aren't broken. Treshik's AK definitely not. That's going to be an AK headshot onto Kenny, so one-man advantage for the Ukrainians here. Make that a two-man advantage as Transit goes ill with the M4A1. Markelov also taking down Smiths as Apex gets the two frags though. Treshik and Markelov taken down from A high. Apex chance for a hat-trick kill here as well, as Prizrak is going to face. He's in a disadvantaged position as well. He's going to eventually get to the site, though. Transit starting to rotate through, but he's coming A ramp. Not really the position you want to be rotating through from. Prizrak eventually stopping Apex's reign of terror, so doesn't get his hat-trick kill. MBK now last man standing, 3-on-1. Finds one frag onto Transit. Beautiful reaction shot. Prizrak for his second, though. And that does keep the Ukrainians in this game still. It's 15-11. Let's take a look at your scoreboard. First place is actually going to be Apex now, not with the same KDR though. So I'd still say Kenny is the most impressive, 22-1-13. I'll give him the nod for first place. Apex in second, 22-3-17. Third place is going to be Smiths, 26-19. But as we can see, Treshik, Markloff and Prizrak have all stepped the game up here on the CT side. And that tag onto MBK is going to hurt as well. MBK deciding to push through. Oh, Smith's dropping from A high. He's going to get that off with Markloff. Smith is probably going to try and escape with that. It's not going to happen for him though. Prizrak cuts him down with the M4A4. Treshik with a final kill to Shocks. That is now 15-12. So the Ukrainians here playing like they want to draw, basically. It's nice to see. A lot of teams, you know, 15-10 down, you think, oh, this game's gone. Especially against the French as well. You'd be like, yeah, that's it, we've lost. Not the Ukrainians, though. Showing that they have that Eastern European mindset of, you know, solid work ethic. 4-A-4 from Prizrak onto MBK. Finds a second kill into Smiths as well. Shocks eventually taking down Prizrak, though. Back to a 4-on-3. Damage has kind of been done here, though. Kenny going to jump down into B. The double door's going to be pushed. Transit with that headshot. Shocks though with the AK-47 kill to reply, but he's now in a 3-on-1. Yeah, ton of M4A1 spam coming towards Shocks' position. None of it hitting, but keeps him on blast. So he should get the plant. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I've got a video playing in the background. That's awesome. Let me close that. Sorry, do apologise. Why that started playing on its own, I don't know. Well, I missed that. I do apologise. I didn't want to leave some kind of random video interview playing. So, Markloff secures the defusal, and that goes 15-13. Tactical pause. Nothing tactical about that, I'm afraid. That was just my Google Chrome deciding that, yeah, you want to watch this video now, don't you? Thanks for that. So, 15-13 the scoreline. Gun versus gun round here. This could be the pivotal round of the game. If France do lose this, that puts them, well, facing a potential game point last round with no weaponry. Prizrak does start the round off well for the Ukrainians with the M4A4. Shocks dropping towards lower B now. He's going to bump into Sozik, and he secures that frag into Sozik. So back to 4-on-4. BK shut down by Treshik and Markloff. And this is looking pretty good here for a potential draw for the Ukrainians right now. If we take a look at the actual... oh, come on, Go TV. Seriously, I was going to say, if that skipped to the end of the round, I would fucking freak. Anyway, flashbang going out. Here we go. Kenny pushing through. Gets one frag. Cannot get the second. Treshik cuts him down. And it's 15-14. And like I said, this is going to be a very light buy from the French. MBK on the Galil. Looks like everybody else is just really struggling right now. Here we got 2 AKs. No helmet on Apex. I'm not doing that badly, I suppose. We've got assault rifles, so it's not like we've seen any PP-19s or anything like that. No, unfortunately not. This is group stages, so no overtime in groups. What have we got going on in the overview? As you can see, it's going to be a B split here. Kenny taking the bomb over towards B. Smith, Shocks, and MBK going to go through mid. Markloff with that close range op kill onto Smith. Can't get the second though. Shocks shutting him down. Transit picking up the kill into Shocks in reply. MBK with that headshot though. Apex forcing his way now into sight. Prizrak and Treshik, the last two standing from this Ukrainian squad. This could be game point here for the French with the bomb ticking. Kenny going to dig in on platform. Treshik making his way in towards B. Prizrak going to be coming the same way as well, so it looks like it's going to be a full frontal assault right now from the Ukrainians. Apex pushing out just at the right time. That HE almost took out his own partner. Troshik did secure the kill into Apex, but Kenny from the back of sight gets both frags. And that, my friends, was the story of this game. Kenny, an absolute monster. He was the deciding factor in this game for sure, him and MBK. And, well, I suppose you could say a deserved victory, but I kind of would have liked to have seen a draw, though. I think the Ukrainians deserved the draw. So, yeah, 16-14 in the end. We are going to have another game featuring France tonight. It will be versus Switzerland. That'll be coming up in about, hopefully, 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. We should be back after this.